Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So today, for this hour, I will give you the solution to question number 4 and number 5, midterm. And then I'll give you also the solution to the quiz. No, I'm sorry, not the quiz. The second group homework, which is on the consumer surplus, producer surplus. So I will go through those answers and you will review your solution. At least, you can make some comparison. Okay, now I will start with question number 4. So let me take out the note. Now, question number 4 is on the derivative. Now, this question, there are too many people who couldn't do the second derivative test, and I'm quite surprised. Why is that? On the other hand, question number 5, we know how to do the second partial derivative test, but not the second derivative test, which is much simpler. Okay. Without further ado, I will go through question number 4. Now, for question 4, this is the exam. We have a problem here to maximize profit. So what? We know that profit is equal to revenue minus cost. Okay. So what we need to do here is, first, I need to find revenue. And revenue is equal to P times X. Okay, P times X is revenue. And given the price is equal to 200, so our revenue will be equal to 200X. So now there are many people who just give me 200X without showing the revenue is equal to 2PX. All right, so that is not fully right. And then secondly, I want to find cost. And you are given the average cost, okay? Given average cost, so how do you get cost? Okay, given average cost. Now you know, but I know average cost is equal to cost over X. So then cost is equal to average cost multiplied by X. The price. There are many people who couldn't do this. Okay, who couldn't get cost from average cost. So this is a very simple, very simple transformation that we need to do. And that will be equal to, the average cost is equal to 2x plus 50 plus 10x to the power of minus 1 multiplied by x. And then what we got will be 2x squared plus 50x plus 10. So that is our cost function. Okay, so now what do I get? I get the profit. So profit, therefore profit is equal to revenue minus cost, that is equal to 200x minus. So now first we have to show the bracket lah. Some people, they just give me express. So how do you get express? In order for you to get the express thing, you have to come up with this first. So like I said earlier, better to show more work than to show less work. So that will be equal to what? That will be equal to negative 2x squared plus, all right, plus you have your 200 minus 50. So I think before we do that, we break out the bracket. Okay, break out the bracket. And that will be equal to 200x minus 2x squared minus Px, okay, minus 10, okay, and that will be equal to negative 2x plus 150 minus 10. So that is our profit. Now we want to find the output level that maximize the profit. So number one, what you need to do here, you have to find critical point. Okay, find critical point where P prime is equal to 0. So what is P prime? P prime is equal to negative 4x plus 150. All right, and then you set that to 0. What do you get? You get negative 4x plus 150 equal to 0. Okay, for critical point. You don't have to write this one up, but I will just write down so that we know for critical point. So what is x? X is equal to negative 150 over negative 4. And that will be equal to 37.5. All right. So that is our critical value of x. Or you want to find the critical point, you find the value of P. But we keep that for later. And then you want to show that it is maximum. All right. So you want to do for the maximum, you have to do what? You have to take the second derivative. Now P double prime is equal to, since you got P prime is negative 4x plus 150. So P double prime is the derivative of P prime, that is negative 4. And then you have to test, all right, at x equal to 37.5, you can see that P double prime is equal to negative 4, and that is, of course, less than 0. So therefore what? Therefore, profit has a maximum, or profit is maximized, has a maximum at x equal to 37.5. Now, the problem for those people who did the P double prime, what a few people did was just get P double prime equal to negative 4, and then you conclude like this. Now P double prime equal to negative 4, you have to evaluate at x equal to the critical value of x, and then you have to argue that it is less than 0. Okay, so therefore the profit has a maximum at that point. Okay, so that is part A. Now for part B, what is the maximum profit? So what we do to find the maximum profit, we do simply substitute. Okay, x equal to 37.5 into the P. Okay, into P. So what do I get? I got P equal to negative 2, 37.5 squared plus 150, 37.5 minus 10. You work this out, what you will get will be equal to negative 2812.5 plus 5625 minus 10, that is equal to 2802.5. So here, we just say that the maximum profit is equal to that value. So the maximum profit is $2802.5. Okay, and then for part C, I interpret the marginal revenue. Now revenue is 200x. So R prime is equal to 200. So now, given the question, I want to interpret the marginal revenue at that critical point. or at x equal to 37.5. So therefore what you say here is at x equal to 37.5, if x increases by 1 unit, or if we produce 1 more unit of output, revenue will increase by 200 or $200. Now, since this is a linear function, okay, since a linear function, you don't need to say that particular level of output, right? So this one is not necessary. You just say that if x increases by 1 unit, revenue will increase by 200. And there are a few people who say that marginal revenue is 200. Of course, that is marginal revenue, but we want to describe it, okay? Or some people say marginal revenue increases by 200, which is of course no. Salah, okay, because the increase is not the marginal revenue. The change is the revenue. Okay, so that is question number 4. Now next is question number 5. And this question is on the partial derivative. So again here, you want to maximize profit. So you know that profit is equal to revenue minus cost. And we are given the revenue, we are given the cost. So very straightforward. You just put in everything there, you know. Revenue, and then minus the cost, 2x squared plus 3y squared minus xy plus 41. So work out let me simplify the thing. So what you will get will be, I just break out the bracket, 55x plus 79y minus 2x squared minus 3y squared plus xy minus 41. So what you will get will be equal to, is there anything that you can simplify? Nothing, okay? So that's it. So now you want to find critical point. Okay, here some people do express, you know, you get P prime and then boom, suddenly you get the critical point. So for critical point, what is the condition? The condition is Px equal to 0, Py equal to 0. So that is the condition. So first you need to find Px. What is Px? Px is 55 minus 4x plus y. And then you got Py equal to 79 minus 6y plus x. Now set that to 0. Okay. So you have the two equations. So you got 55 minus 4x plus y equal to 0. Call it number 1. And then 79 minus 6y plus x equal to 0. Call it number 2. So from here, all right, we can say that from number 1, I will get what? Y equal to 4x minus 55. Or you can use from number 2, you will get x equal to 6y minus 9. All right? And then what you do next is substitute y into number 2. So what I will get will be 79 minus 4x minus 55 plus x equal to 0. And then you can simplify for the x. Okay, if you got this wrong, work it out. You will get x equal to what? Equal to 17.78. So you can round up to 18. That's fine. Okay. And then you, given the x, you can find y. Right? So to get y, what do? You substitute into y. Substitute into y equal to 4 multiplied by whatever x is minus 55. So you get the value. Okay, you work it out. You will get y equal to 16.13. Now, many of us round out to 16 and 18. So let's say we just round it out. So 16, this one, 18. Okay, if you do round out, that's also fine. Okay, so now you get the critical value of x and y. So what you want to do next is that you want to show that it is a maximum there. So for the second derivative test or second partial derivative test, you know that d is equal to what? D is equal to fxx, fyy minus fxy squared. Now in terms of p, then it becomes pxx, pyy minus pxy squared. So what you need now is what? I need the second partial derivative. So pxx equal to what? Equal to pxx is equal to -4, pyy equal to -6, pxy equal to 1. Okay, so therefore our d is equal to, substitute everything. So you got -4 times -6 minus 1 squared. So what I get is is 23. And that 23 is bigger than 0. So if d is bigger than 0, you may have a maximum or minimum. So what you say is that now you make conclusion. Since d is equal to 23 bigger than 0, and okay, you take pxx and pyy, which is the additional condition for maximum and minimum, equal to -4, and that is less than 0. And pyy is equal to -6, and that is less than 0 also. So what? So profit as a maximum. All right, at x equal to 16, y equal to 18. Okay, so you say that to maximize profit, what do we need? Because you have to sell 16 pairs of walking shoes. 16 pairs of walking shoes. And 18 pairs of running shoes. So that is our part B, part A, I'm saying part A. Okay, and then you go to part B, which is to get the maximum profit. What do you do? Okay, to find the maximum profit, what do you do here is I substitute x, y into p. So what do I get? I get p equal to, correct, 55 multiplied by the x plus everything. So what you get will be 108587, 5.17. Okay, I got this value. The original answer. Okay, this one is without rounding up. Okay, without rounding. If you round it up, then you get something close to this like that. Okay, so therefore, the maximum profit is RM 1085.17. So that is our solution. So that is part 5. I mean question 5. Okay, all right, good. Now I will go discuss the group homework. Okay, for the group homework, uh, there are two things that I will check. Number one, you must have the same group. Okay, same group as for the same. Okay, same group. Don't change. If anybody change, then I will just give mark to the origin to the person who prepared. Okay, because there are a few, maybe there are a few people. And then number two, if you submit late, okay, if you submit late, there will be no marks. I will not be. So give you ample time. Some people still submit the next day. You know, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, and then thirdly, for the late assignment, this is not just for this one. It is also for the other homework. All right. So the late one for the homework assignment 1, and then the in-class assignment 2, and then there is another in-class assignment number 3. So this group assignment is assignment 4. So this one is group 1 and 4 are group. 2 and 3 is the bonus in class. So if you submit late, okay, let's say you submit and you didn't get the marks, that means you are late. Okay, so you're late, you get 0. Okay, all right. So I just want to mention that. And then another thing is your name. Okay, I mentioned this a few times. There are a few people still, do not follow this instruction. I deduct a few marks. You have to use your name as your full name as per the class list lah, class list. In other words, if your name is Siti Nurhaliza, that means you write Siti Nurhaliza. Don't put Nurhaliza because it's a problem for me to locate your name. So if you don't put your full name, okay, I will, or I have, okay, for the work that you already submitted, I have deducted points already. So, because then, it causes me trouble. I know it take me extra few minutes. So it slow me down. All right. And I already mentioned a few times. So if you don't want any marks to be deducted for the final, make sure you make your name, you rewrite your name as full name. Okay. So please check. All right. So make sure your name as exactly in the class list. If your name starting with Ahmad Najib, you just put there Najib. Then susah lah saya. Okay, your name is Ahmad Najib. So you start with Ahmad Najib. All right. So that is regarding the homework. And then also regarding the points for any other work. Okay. This is not just including the full name. All right. It's not just for the homework or for the assignment. That is also for everything. All right. Including the quiz and also the midterm. All right. Okay. I hope that is clear. Right now we go to the homework question. Question number 24. That chapter. So first, the question here, since the question asks only to find consumer supplies. If you just give me consumer supplies, that is the only thing that we need. If you give me producer supplies, that is fine also. Okay, so first thing that you need to do is for what? For market equilibrium. You are given the demand and supply. For market equilibrium, what is the condition? Demand equal to supply. All right. I've seen this homework for a few classes. People do not write, not all, there are a few who don't write this one. Okay, you don't have that done. Suddenly you will come up with what? 110 minus x squared equal to 2 minus 6 over 5x plus 1 over 5 x squared. Okay, what is this? Okay, how do you get that? All right. So first thing is you give me the condition. So that's how we do things. All right. You give the condition, or you give what is the principle, and then you apply that principle. And then what you do here is after that you simplify. So what we will get is 0 equal to, you bring everything to the left or to the right, and then I will get 6 over 5 x squared minus 6 over 5 x minus 1, 0, 8. And then you can, interchange. So first thing that you need to do, you take care of the denominator. So you multiply by 5 both sides. So what do I get? I get 6x squared minus 6x minus 1 is equal 0. And then you can divide by 6. Okay, so you divide 6 both sides. We'll get minus x minus 90. Now here, either you use the cross method, so you'll get x here, x, and then you got 90 is, and then negative 1, so 9, negative 10. So you got x plus 9, x minus 10. And then x will be equal to negative 9, or x equal to 10. And then for application, not relevant. Okay, not relevant in application. Negative values. So you consider x as equal to only 10. Now, this is my comment. Many people, okay, from here, you just give me the thing without showing how you got it. Okay, so either you use this one, which is the traditional method, or you have to use the root formula. Okay, in order to get that thing, you have to use x equal to the formula negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac. Okay, 4ac divided by 2a. So you have to use this one. If you don't, I will deduct a few marks. How come you got this? How do you know? All right. So make sure, but then it's in our fingertips. So that x equal to 10, and then what you want to do next is I want to find the price. So to find the price, P, all right, we substitute the x equal to 10 either into the demand or into the supply. All right. So let's say we substitute into the demand. So therefore, P is equal to 110 minus 10 squared. You will get what? You get 10. So the P is 10, price is 10. So you can say that this is your PE, okay, equilibrium price. And then we can also say that the XE here is equal to 10. You don't have to, right? You don't have to use the E. Now, if you want to have a picture of how it look like, just sketch the graph. Okay, sketch the graph because you want to see where is the consumer supplies. I don't have any money. So it will be something like this. You got this is the X, that's the price. So it will be something like this, the function. So that is our demand, that is our supply. The equilibrium price will be here, which is 10. Then the equilibrium quantity is also 10. This is E. And that is consumer supplies. So that you don't have to remember the formula. Okay, you just locate the area. Consumer supplies is equal to what? It's equal to the integral from 0 to x e, the demand function, dx minus p e dx. And then that will be equal to, from 0 to x e. So that will be equal to the integral of demand function minus p e dx from 0 to substitute the values, the demand function from 0 to 10. Okay, the demand function is 110 minus x squared minus the equilibrium price, which is 10. And then you put a bracket there, the x. There are many people, not many, there are a number of you who didn't put the bracket. If you miss that bracket, okay, you miss that bracket, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, if you miss that thing here, you don't put the bracket, I don't know what is it you're doing. Okay, all right. So that will be equal to, you simplify that thing, the integral from 0 to 10 of 100 minus x squared d. And then get the integral and then evaluate. So that will be equal to 100x minus x cubed over 3. And then again here, for the bracket, for everything, because we are doing the integration for the whole term, not just for one term, from 0 to 10. Now, if you miss that bracket, again here, it doesn't mean anything. What are you talking about? Which one are you integrating? Okay, so if you don't have the bracket, that means the integration is only for the second term, because it is the one that is at the symbol. So that is 10. All right, and then what you do, you substitute. Then what I'll get 100 multiplied by 10 minus 10 cubed over 3. Again, here you put the bracket, minus 0. 0, everything is 0, then 0. So that will be equal to, if you work it out, that will be equal to 1000 minus 333.33, that equal to 666.67. So the consumer surplus is equal to what? Consumer surplus is equal to, you can use the dollars unit, 666.67, or you don't put the dollar unit. Okay, so that is consumer surplus. Now, the only thing that I want to comment on this one, there are two. Number one, you just didn't show the whole work, all right? From the quadratic equation into the roots. So make sure you show me how you get that. The other one was the condition for the demand supply. All right, you just show me this one. So what is it? And then thirdly, people miss the bracket. So if you miss the bracket, it doesn't mean anything. So you will not get full mark. Okay, I will deduct mark. So that would be question number 4. So that is our group assignment 2, translated into assignment number 4. So assignment 2 and 3. Okay, assignment 2 and 3, like I said, is bonus. So if you do this, you will get more marks without, without affecting the total marks. The total mark will not be changed, right? Will be the same, but you have more points. So therefore, you'll get more marks. If you don't do the bonus homework here, assignment 2 and 3, that means you will get just what you got, okay, without the extra marks that you earn. So with the extra mark, I may put it into the quiz and the homework, so that will put you a little bit correct for the quiz and the homework, push you a little bit up. Okay, and that is, significant. That's significant because it's 5 marks. Okay, all right. So that will do it for the solution. So I hope you will go through the solution before Monday and note the common error which I stated earlier. All right. Okay. So with that, I thank you. See you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.